Hi and welcome back to this Fireside Chat series with Techvantage Analytics. I'm your host Monica and I manage the strategy and marketing team here at Techvantage. In today's Fireside Chat episode, we are going to meet a very special guest, Mr. Ralph Schonenbach, who is a long-term valued partner here at Techvantage. Ralph is currently the EVP Products at Aidentified LLC and is a serial entrepreneur who has had a wide range of footprints in a lot of activities such as starting new tech ventures, CSR and women empowerment, etc. Hello Ralph, nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you as well.
Right, let's move on to the breakout area for the
Perfect.
Right, please. Hi Ralph, you are a very well-known and successful serial entrepreneur. I've heard a lot about you from Mr. Devi Prasad, who is our CEO, and many of our colleagues who have been working with you, I think, for the past few years. So finally, we get to interact with you. So for the benefit of the audience, if you could tell us more about you and your friendship with our CEO, perhaps.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Yes, I've known Devi for a long time. I think we met when we first started working together at Allianz with the Captive Center here in Trivandrum, and that must have been 10, 15 years ago.
Right, okay. So how did you embark upon this entrepreneurial journey from a management consulting firm and then opening up so many tech ventures? How did you go from that?
Yeah, well, I've always, I like building things, and so I started my career in large companies, and then I always got frustrated trying to change those environments, so then I thought, okay, if I start my own company, then I'm in more control. Right. And so did management consulting for a while, and a tech company, and now another tech company in Boston.
Great.
And, it's very rewarding to build something from the start.
That's true, yes. So, Sir Ralph, you've been a valued partner with Techvantage for over, I think, almost 8 years now. So how and why did you decide to engage with Techvantage?
I really like the people that I've met. Also knowing Debbie, it's helpful to have someone that you can trust. I think that's the hardest part, is finding an organization to work with that's not one of the really large organizations. And all of the people that we've worked with in Techvantage have been really motivated and bright. So we've just continued to keep our relationship.
Right, that's good to hear actually. So Ralph, what is the current endeavor, and could you also tell us about your product that is Aidentified?
Yes, so we've built an application for the US market that's focused on prospecting, so helping organizations sell better. Right. It relies on a lot of data, and so we combine this data into profiles, and then people can use that to see new prospects. Right. And then the other part of our business is a data business where we help clean up and enrich people's data. Right.
So Aidentified is targeted to what kind of customers?
Yeah, so we're focused on 3 industries for the application. So financial services, so wealth managers, universities, so tracking alumni, and then nonprofits that are looking for new donors. Okay. And then on the data side, it's really across all industries.
Right. So you seem very passionate while talking about your product Aidentified. So would you be able to tell us what are the future plans for Aidentified, and maybe if Techvantage fits in any of those future plans? Would definitely like to know about that too.
Yeah, sure. So we're always looking at the science of how relationships work. Okay. So the relationship mapping within our application is one of the core strings. Right. So we'll look to see how we can infer more relationships in the strings to those. Right. Also to see how we can branch into new industries or create micro apps on top of it. For Techvantage, you have a really strong background in data science, and that's an area that we see growing a lot with our team. So I can envision building up a good presence here.
That's great. So you talked about building relationships in Aidentified, and you were also talking about something, your interest in this subject. So did this come from that ultimately, or?
I've always been fascinated with relationships and how people connect and how do you maintain the strength of relationships. And within Aidentified, we are able to map relationships looking at career overlaps, household members, and neighbors. So we've mapped 100 billion relationships, first and second degree. And now we look to see, how can we infer new relationships? So, what would be the ideal person for you to meet, and then who can make that introduction for you?
Great. Okay. That's very interesting. So thank you very much from coming from all the way from US to here and then joining us in this interview today. I'd like to wish you all the luck for Identify's future plans, and we'd like to be we'd continue to be the partners with you in the future aspects also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and I'm happy to be back. Thanks.
Thank you.